So today we will present about case study 4 for DPA 50173 Professional Ethics. So we will prepare for Puan Rahayu binti Hassan. So for the next slide, I will introduce our team members. My name is Akil Amza bin Azmi and my matrix numbers 06D8022F1032.
And my name is Daniel Hakimi bin Arisam. My matrix number 06D8022F1019.
So this is our table of content. They have two issues. For the first issue, will present by me, and the second issue will present by Daniel Hakim. So the first one is define the ethical problem. The first issue is the problem faced based on the situation is carelessness on the part of the person who design plan project A and not careful when planning the construction site plan. The issue of project A which needs to be postponed due to the problem of shipping goods to make project A because of fundamental design faults. There are some difficulties at manufacturing process of project A because of problems on the construction site which is quite modern and complicated to make. These issues are expected to lead a minimum 3-month delay and extra cost of 7 million to 10 million. Alright, so we go to the identify effect parties. For first issue, they have 3 parties is effect, which is construction, architect and group project. For first one is construction. This delay will affect increased operating costs such as employee wages, equipment rental and site management. They also face reputational risk because of failing to follow their schedule. Besides that, the pressure to find alternative material to reduce project delays. In addition, this delay will affect employee productivity and disrupt the schedule that has been arranged. Second one is architect. They need to adjust fundamental design or material specification to solve problem with project A and will increase their workload. This delay also make it difficult for them to divide their time between this project and other ongoing projects. This will disrupt their overall schedule. For the last is group project. The project team needs to reorganize the entire project schedule, including change to the planning, construction and final evaluation phase. They also face difficulties in coordinating and communication between all parties involved, such as contractors and workers on site. This postponement also increased the management burden, including additional work in managing the budget, making process reports, as well as dealing with claims from the affected parties. So for the next slide, I will present about explore optional solution. So they have 2 optional solution. The first one is negotiate with vendors and contractors and financial management. So the first one is negotiate with vendors and contractors. So to solve the problem with the parties effect, especially contractors, as a qualified accountant, I will seek to renegotiate contracts with suppliers or contractors to minimize cost increase, and especially if they will involve in the original design or manufacturing stage. Other than that, for financial management, I will review expenses and identifying opportunities to reduce costs on non-critical components to offset additional cost estimate between 7 million to 10 million. After we explore optional solution, we have to evaluate the solution. So for the negotiate with vendors and contractors, renegotiating contract with vendors and contractors can effectively reduce immediate costs and share responsibility for project A's delays, especially if this party were involved in the original design or manufacturing. The second one is prudent financial management. So managing finance need to be confirmed with finance director relate to the additional cost because want to avoid overspend or overcost. However, this step requires strict monitoring and coordination with all parties to ensure that expenses are monitored comprehensively. The advantage is that it can offset the additional cost of the project, but the saving should be made without compromising the quality of or safety of the project. So after I explore optional solution and evaluate a solution, I should select and justify a solution. For first issue, from the optional solution, as a qualified accountant, I select this solution, which is prudent financial management. This step helps to keep additional costs under control, especially when delay costs are already adding to the financial burden. By identifying expenses that can be saved or non-critical components, project can reduce the risk of cost overruns. This is important because additional cost of 7 million to 10 million need to be offset to maintain the budget. Monitoring finance is a critical step in keeping additional costs under control, especially when the cost of delay carries a large burden. Saving on less important components can help cover additional costs without compromising the quality of the project. So the last but not least is fundamental principle of ethics and professional conduct in accordance with MIA bylaw. So the first issue, we have four principle of ethics, which is integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, and confidentiality. So the first one is integrity. As a qualified accountant, we must cultivate the principle of integrity to act honestly and transparently in all professional dealings. In the context of Project A, it is essential that any information about delays, additional costs, and project challenges is communicated honestly to the finance directors. Misleading information or omitting critical details would breach this principle as it would compromise trust. The second one is objectivity. As a qualified accountant, we should avoid a bias, conflict of interest, and external pressure that could affect their judgment. For Project A, this means making objective decisions about cost escalation and delays without letting personal relationship, financial incentive, or other interests affect the outcome of the project. Objectivity is essential in handling complex construction issues and costly decisions. The third one is professional competence and due care. As a qualified accountant, we are required to maintain the skill and knowledge to provide efficient service. In addition, we need to always be careful when carrying out a task. As Project A involves complex modern construction requiring specialized technical expertise, it is important that all parties involved fully understand the requirement. Delays caused by a lack of expertise or preparation can lead to the further ethical issues if they reflect insufficient planning or competence. The fourth is confidentially. As a qualified accountant, we must maintain confidentially. This is important to protect proprietary or sensitive information such as information about possible delays, cost increase, or challenge at the construction site of Project A. The project should be shared only with those directly involved or authorized to know it. Disclosure should be carefully checked to avoid harm to the company's reputation or financial interests.
Thank you, Akil. So, I will continue the presentation for the issue number 2. For the second issue or the second problem that is faced based on the situation is about accuracy and reliable information. The difference in the information regarding the additional cost of the Project A that was conveyed by the accounting and regional director to the finance director. In addition, there is a pressure for both the regional director and the finance director for the timely information. But there are different cost estimates and urgent conditions complicated the situation. The regional director told the finance director to complete Project A. This would require additional costs around 4 million to the 5 million with the income delay by 6 until 8 weeks. But I, as a qualified accountant, have told regional director and major factory that delay to the Project A will be minimum 3 months and indicate extra cost from the delay, which is 7 million until 10 million. This is a problem or the issue for the number 2. For second issue, there are two parties affected, which is regional director and finance director. So for the regional director is likely under pressure to complete Project A within the projected cost and timely to meet regional goal. The conflicting financial data and potential delay impact their ability to plan regional operation and manage resources effectively. So for the finance director is responsible for the accurate financial planning and reporting. The discrepancy in the cost estimate and income timely complicated financial forecasting and decision making. So this director also face pressure to reconcile the conflicting information while responding to the urgency of the completing Project A. As a qualified accountant, I have two optional solutions that have a possible to overcome that problem. So, first optional solution is facilitate a meeting for the clear communication. So, as an accountant, I will arrange a meeting between my team, regional director, financial director, and party involved to give a clear information related to the project A, such as estimate cost. So for the second optional solution is involving internal audit for the cost validation. So as a qualified accountant, to verify the exactly estimate cost, I will invite the internal audit department and work with the accounting department to evaluate additional costs to ensure that the cost estimate provided by accounting director and regional director are accurate and reliable. Why I suggest solution like the facilitating a meeting for the clear communication and involving internal audit for the cost validation. So for the first solution, which is facilitating a meeting for the clear communication, by doing this meeting between my team, regional director, finance director and party involved, everyone will understand and get the information related to the project A. This session would allow everyone to clarify their perspective, present their calculation and come a consensus on their estimate additional cost. So from this meeting, accuracy and reliability of the report project A will be secure and guaranteed. So for the second solution, which is involving internal audit for the cost validation. So inviting the internal audit department and working with the accounting department can help my team to evaluate additional costs and to ensure that the cost estimate provided by accounting director and my team are accurate and reliable. This can ensure the financial decisions are made based on the verified figure. As a qualified accountant, my team can maintain integrity, credibility and competence. So for the report project A, that report can maintain the accuracy and reliability of the information. So after I and my team discuss about the best solution that can overcome the problem, so from the option solution as a qualified accountant, I select this solution, which is the facilitating a meeting for the clear communication. Because direct communication in a meeting allow my team, regional director, finance director and involve the party to discuss their perspective in the real time, minimizing the misunderstanding and miscommunication. This is crucial since the discrepancy in the cost estimate can lead to the conflicting action and decision. As a qualified accountant, I can disclose the problem, estimate the cost and information related to project A to the regional director and finance director. So by doing this, my team can provide the accuracy and reliability of the report and information of the project A to the regional director and the finance director. So I think this is the best solution that can overcome that problem. The last but not least is fundamental principle of ethics and professional conduct in accordance with the MRA bylaw. So for the second issue, there's a three principles, which is integrity, confidentiality and objectivity. So for the number one is integrity. As a qualified accountant, they are required to present information honestly, straightforward and transparently. So this means accountant must to consistently provide clear, accurate cost estimate and timely impact despite pressure or differing estimate. All parties should receive the same reliable information to avoid confusion or potential mispresentation of the project A status. Number two is a confidentiality. So as a qualified accountant, they are not to disclose the information without authority. Confidentiality obliges accountant to safeguard sensitive financial data shared only with the relevant party. For that situation, accountant must disclose information because they have a different information related to the project A, such as estimate extra cost and risk period for the delay project A. The last is objectivity. So as a qualified accountant, objectivity is important to qualified accountant because objectivity can ensure the professional judgment are made without the bias. So in this case or situation, the accountant should refrain from the favoring one director or department estimate over other without the evidence, rather than allowing external pressure to influence judgment, and unbiased faith based on assessment should guide all the financial update. So that's all from us. Case number 4. Thank you.